So I just finished watching Red Sundown, a pretty darn good western from 1956 starring Rory Calhoun. And it's got a familiar story and a reasonably familiar cast in many ways. With Dean Jagger in here, who's always great to watch as the sheriff, Robert Middleton as the main baddie, and I think it's Grant Williams who plays Fast the Gunslinger. And this was directed by Jack Arnold, this film, who probably is more familiar with science fiction film fans. He directed Creature from the Black Lagoon and The Incredible Shrinking Man, which is one of my favourite science fiction films in that era. And I think Grant Williams is his name. He played the lead in that film, so maybe that's why he ended up in this film that Jack Arnold directed. But basically, it's got a familiar story. Rory Calhoun, who I think is he's terrific as a Western actor. I think he's very capable, very uh, kind of praised Western actor. I think he really does deliver every time I see him. He's really convincing and has a really pleasing kind of vocal tone that is perfect for Westerns. So basically, he plays this reformed or reforming gunslinger, Fast Gun, who makes a promise to his dying fellow gunman that he will mend his ways and go straight, as it were. So he ends up in this town run by the sheriff Dean Jagger, who's always great in screen. He's terrific. I think I prefer him actually playing goodies. Then he's equally good playing baddies, but he plays the town sheriff who's got this problem. He's in the middle of these two, this power struggle between cattleman Robert Middleton and these farmers. And Robert Middleton's trying to fence off the land, make it all his own, and there's a bit of confusion over the legal ramifications of who's right and who's wrong. And Dean Jagger's right in the middle, trying to keep law and order. So he deputizes Rory Calhoun, and basically he kind of sets the tone, sets the law. Dean Jagger's getting a bit old and long in the tooth, and Rory Calhoun was a fast gun in his time, and he's still fast. So Robert Middleton only takes this for so long and hires this cold-blooded fast gun. Chet something, I forget his name. As I said, played by forget his name, Williams, who played the lead in The Incredible Shrinking Man. And he's pretty good in this film as well. And you got, is it Martha Hyer, who plays the love interest? She is Dean Jagger's beautiful daughter, who takes an instant dislike, or not instant dislike to Rory Calhoun, but his gunslinging past. And she warms to him, of course, over the time, over the period, sees that he is a changing kind of character, and that's your kind of love interest. And basically, this is a kind of a character-driven Western. There's not much action in this film at all. There's a shootout at the end, obviously. And you have a really good fist fight between Robert Middleton, a big, heavier man, and Rory Calhoun, is pretty good. And there's a bit of action at the beginning where Leo Gordon plays a very brief villain role. He's chasing Rory Calhoun and ends up nearly killing him, and kills his cohort, his gunslinger friend. So basically, Rory Calhoun is trying to go straight, trying to become a different man in this town. And anyway, as things progress, we have this inevitable showdown between this gunman that comes into town that Robert Middleton hires, and he's got this reputation that even Rory Calhoun knows about him, and he's kind of wary of him, so he's ready with a shotgun, because he's not going to take any chances, even though he's fast with the gun himself. And it has got a bit of a cop-out ending, I would say. It's not the best. You're waiting for a big showdown between the two, and it is a bit of a cop-out, wasted ending, opportunity ending. But it's pretty well directed by Jack Arnold. There's not a lot of action. It's good characters in it, and it's well written and well acted. And Dean Jagger is always great to watch. And as I said, Rory Calhoun is terrific. I really do like him in Westerns. And Robert Middleton always delivers. I think I've seen him a number of times, and he always seems to play baddies, but he's very good at it. It's a really pleasing kind of above average Western, I would say. I would say give this about a 6.8 out of 10, slightly above average Western. I would say it's a familiar story, but well produced, and it's nice to look at, and has some really good actors in this film. They really keep the scenes moving, the dialogue scenes moving, because there's not a lot of action. You might be shortchanged if you like your action in westerns, but it's a really engaging western. I watched it in kind of two sittings, two broken up sittings, and I really enjoyed it. So that's Red Sundown, a pretty darn good western starring Rory Calhoun from 1956. Yeah, go and watch it if you're a fan of westerns like I am. You'll get a lot of it, I think. But that's all for today. Thanks for watching, and forgive the quality. My iPhone is broken, so I would use my Amazon Fire tablet to record, which is not great. But thanks for watching. Bye for now.